Yes, Senator Trillanes, please.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. Professor Lopez, nag-public bidding ba tayo nung pinili nyo yung STI?
Hindi po. Hindi, sa tingin ko po hindi.
Talagang ninuso nyo lang?
Yun hong, kasi ho,
Hindi, Professor Lopez, may public bidding o wala?
Wala po.
Wala. Director Anakay of COA, is that regular? Meron po ba tayong violation dun sa ginawa nila?
Yes, please. With due respect, Your Honor, I cannot comment on that because I have no audit jurisdiction over the local government.
Sige, dito na lang kay Director Santiago. Is that regular, Director Santiago? Ano po ang inyong opinion doon sa ginawa nila?
Your Honor, if I may explain. As a general rule, it should be for the procurement of goods, works, or consulting services, we apply RA 9184 or the Government Procurement Reform Act. But as I hear the explanations provided earlier, it appears that the City of Makati as a public corporation entered into a joint venture, a form of partnership with a private entity. So, using the law on partnership, there will be sharing of profits. It appears that there's a sharing of profits between or amongst those partners in the joint venture, Your Honor. So, in this situation, if they enter the joint venture agreement, if it is allowed or authorized under the local government code, or at least as provided for by an appropriations or supported by an appropriations,
Okay.
they may enter into that joint venture, Your Honor.
Ang what's this keyword there is if it's allowed by the local government code. So, per local government code, kailangan covered siya ng ordinansa. Vice Mayor Mercado, meron bang city ordinance na nagpili sa STI as the joint venture partner nitong University of Makati College of Nursing?
Alam ko nyo, Mr. Senator, ako nga ho, kanina ko lang din nakita yung, yung pinresenta ni Atty. Bundal. Medyo hindi ko ho masasagot ng maliwanag. Kasi ho, yung talagang policy ng City Council, hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng two subject matter in one ordinance. Kasi po yung nakita ko rin kanina, ordinance creating the College of Nursing, dun ho sa una. Tapos sinabi, and further authorizing Mayor Binay to negotiate and enter into a contract with STI. Yun ho, siguro, titignan ko rin yung record ko kasi dalawang subject matter ho ang nakalagay doon Parang, ang dapat puron sana, creation muna ng College of Nursing, isang ordinansa, at dapat isang resolution po yun na authorizing Mayor Binay to negotiate and enter into a contract with the winning bidder or with the STI, if ever na kailangang banggitin yung STI, subject to the ratification of the Memorandum of Agreement. Kaya hindi ko po maipaliwanag paano nagkaroon ng two subject matter in one ordinance. Pero kaya hindi ko kayo masagot ng diretso kasi nakukonfuse ako sa bakit nagkaroon ng dalawang subject matter doon sa isang ordinansa na yun.
Okay, salamat Vice Mayor Mercado. Well, Mr. Chairman, I think we should request the Commission on Audit to conduct a special audit on the joint venture agreement of the University of Makati with STI. So, hindi kayo nag-public bidding, Professor Lopez. Kayo po ang presidente ng University of Makati.
Opo, Senator.
Kayo rin ang presidente ng Philippine Healthcare Educators Incorporated. Okay. So, ano ngayon ang value nitong STI? Hindi ba kayang gawin ng Makati na lang, ng UMAC na lang, itong ginagawa nyo ngayon since kayo rin naman ang nagpapatakbo in essence?
Noon pong, Mr. Chair, Senator Trillanes, noong pong 2003, nung naisip ng university pumasok sa nursing, it was the time of the nursing boom. And unang-una, napakahirap pong kumuha ng faculty at that time to teach in a College of Nursing. you needed to pay very competitive rates, and the rates that were prevailing in the marketplace at the time were rates na beyond the salary standardization law of faculty. That's number one. Number two, we did not have the resources and competencies to develop it from scratch. And so when STI came around and they had a full team developing curriculum that not only fitted the needs of the nursing profession here in the country but also overseas, we found it an attractive
Well,
proposition
Professor
to deal with them.
Lopez, noong 2003, kilala ba ang STI sa kanilang competence as a nursing college?
As explained ho by President Tacob, by the year 2003, meron na po silang presence in healthcare, including the ownership of a hospital and a nursing school already at that time. And they had a roster of people in STI who were very competent in developing curriculum and courseware for the nursing
Well,
profession.
pasensya ka na talaga, Professor Lopez, pero I am not ready to buy that. Okay? STI is STI. Alam niyan ng mga ordinaryong mamamayan that STI, ang core competency niya is computer education. They may excel in that, but definitely not nursing. Kung ikaw magulang, magpapaaral ka ng anak mo at gusto mo siyang mag-nursing, hindi STI ang primary, ang first choice mo. So, wag na tayo magbuluhan doon. Ngayon punta na tayo dito kay Mr. Jack Arroyo, Mr. Jacob. 20% ang binigay nyo. Do you have any document to show that meron kayong agreement? Kasi ang agreement dito with Makati is 60% STI, 40% ang University of Makati.
Opo, Your Honor.
So,
With Jack Arroyo?
with Jack Arroyo.
Well, he was an incorporator in the Articles of Incorporation, Your Honor.
Sorry?
He was an incorporator in the Articles of Incorporation.
Yes. So,
And he had 20% in the Articles of
okay,
Incorporation.
do you have any other proof na he deserves that 20% na pinasok ng Makati dito sa STI? Dahil kasi ganito yan,
I don't understand.
If you will tolerate that practice, at nandito yung COA at saka yung government procurement service, pwede nang ikutan yung batas. Kahit mag-enter na agreement, kunyari, on paper, ang isang kolehiyo, 1% lang sa kanya, then a private party will benefit. Remember, yung investment dito ng University of Makati or Makati City in particular is 1.2 billion pesos, yung building. And yet, it will only get 40%. Tapos yung STI, 40%. Itong si Mr. Jack Arroyo na nag-invest ng 3 million, 20%. Napakaswerte. Okay?
Your Honor, we have nothing to do with the building. We're
Yes.
just in the corporation.
Yes.
PHEI.
Pero you benefited from that.
We did not benefit from the building, Your Honor. We're actually paying rental for the use of the building.
Magkano yung rent? Magkano yung rent nyo?
I think it's about 300 pesos per square meter of usable area.
So, roughly, in a month, how much po yun?
Who is the president of PHEI? Oh, so Professor Lopez should know know all of this.
The rent is about 100.
The president runs the corporation.
Opo, opo.
The Professor Lopez should know this.
Hindi ko alam eksakto.
And you're also president of the lessor.
Opo.
So, You're president of the lessee, you're president of the lessor. So you should know the answer.
So, dito, Director Anakay, maliwanag na conflict of interest ito,
It's about 1 point, nung pong marami siyang ino-occupy na space until we move to a new location, it's 1.2 million per semester. Ngayon po, it's down dahil na-reduce na po yung space occupied. It's down to 780,000 per semester po.
780,000 per semester.
Opo.
Sino nagbabayad niyan? STI or yung PHEI?
PHEI.
PHEI.
Opo.
Yun ang sinasabi ko sa inyo. Ang equity ng University of Makati is the building. Pero yung rent, so na kayo doon eh. Kaya, kayo naman, Mr. Jacob, hindi naman tayo pwedeng laro-laruin lang dito. Okay? You benefited immensely. Libre yung building. Tapos,
nagbabayad po kami ng rental sa building.
Pero lahat kayo nagbabayad. The corporation, not STI. Hindi kayo bumubunot.
Naglagay po kami ng pera sa korporasyon.
Yes.
Tapos yung korporasyon po nagpapatakbo ng nursing college.
Yes. But
Tapos
you're getting...
nagbabayad po kami ng rental. Nung mag-umpisa
no.
kami...
Dalawa kasi personality mo eh. As a member of the PHEI and as STI. Pag sinasabi mo nagbabayad kami, hindi STI, PHEI. So, wag mo kung ano hindi to. PHEI nga. Yun ang point ko. When you entered into a business, imagine niyo kung gaano nagpalugi ang University of Makati rito. Kanila yung building. In fact, si Professor Lopez, siya rin na nagpapatakbo. Meaning, meron kang management expertise to run it. So, ano ang pinakang value ng STI? Wala. Kasi nga, kung competence ang pinag-uusapan mo, sinasabi ko na nga, computer education sila. Pero nursing itong tinayo mo eh. Kung ang pinag-uusapan natin, College of Computer Science, pwede ko pang bigyan ng benefit of the doubt. Kaso nursing college ito, Mr. Lopez. So, I believe the appropriate charges should be very clear sa iyo at this point. Conflict of interest and so on and so forth. Alam nyo, dito sa buong Makati, yun lang ang nagkaroon kayo ng joint venture. Tapos, iba na rin yung rates ng mga tuition. No matter how you look at it, na-disadvantage dito ang people of Makati. Wala pang bidding, talagang lang. Ngayon, who owns STI? Mr. Jacob?
Today, Your Honor, STI is publicly listed. There is a company called STI Holdings.
Yes.
It is publicly listed in the stock market. And it's the one that owns STI Education Services Group.
The majority shareholder?
The majority shareholder at the moment is Mr. Eusebio Tanco.
Mr. Eusebio Tanco, is he the same person as they call Yossi Tanco?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is he the same Yossi Tanco who is the friend of Vice President Binay?
I'm not sure that he's a friend of Vice President Binay, Your Honor.
Professor Lopez?
Hindi po ako sigurado.
Hindi ko sigurado.
Magkaibigan
Talaga
sila.
naman, hindi nyo alam ngayon.
Ang alam ko po ata, hindi ako sigurado. I don't know if they're meeting socially.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, we invited Mr. Dr. Jack Arroyo to be present here with us. Kasi alam nyo, he was practically accused or he was accused as a dummy for the Vice President. Alam nyo, yung mga ganong grave accusations, mabigat yun sa pagkatao, sa reputasyon. Ngayon, kung talagang hindi ka dummy, then dapat magvo-volunteer ka pa to be with us. Pero nakikita nyo, pagka kasi mahirap magtahi ng istorya, ang tendency is wag na lang magpakita. Kung papapuntahin naman dito, ay gagawa. ng kwento. Sabi ko nga ho sa inyo, hindi ho uubra sa amin yan. Dinadagdagan nyo lang yung inyong offense. Now, I move, Mr. Chairman, that we subpoena Mr. Eusebio Tanco for the next hearing, and as well as Dr. Jack Arroyo. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Let subpoena be issued for Mr. Tanco, and since the Dr. Jack Arroyo has been subpoenaed and he is not here, let a show cause order be issued, requiring him to explain why he should not be cited for contempt within a period of 5 days from receipt of the show cause order.
So, well, Mr. Chairman, I will just reserve the rest of my questions pag dumating na si Mr. Eusebio Tanco and Dr. Jack Arroyo.
May tanong lang ako kay Professor Lopez kasi na-raise yung possible conflict of interest or conflict of interest. You're president of PHEI, a private corporation.
Opo.
The practice is the president receives salary of a private corporation. Do you receive salary?
I don't receive a salary. I receive an allowance po of 25,000 a month.
From the PHEI?
Opo.
Okay, but that's an amount which is good enough to be called salary.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
receive
I mean, diba?
25,000.
Some people who receive 25,000 a month receive this as salary.
So I receive 25,000 po. It's on record that I do receive 25,000.
Can you tell us the nature of UMAC? UMAC is a creation of a Makati City Ordinance.
Opo.
Tama po yan, like?
Opo.
And it is at the level of a department in the city of
Right
Makati.
now, opo.
Parang ganun, di ba?
Opo.
It's treated like it's like a department.
Opo.
Okay, Attorney Santiago, with this with this explanation that UMAC is not really a separate entity from the city of Makati. It is created by ordinance and it is treated as a department of the city of Makati. So, can UMAC, going back to your answer, can UMAC contract with a private, predetermined private entity and enter into such a contract where they are to form a joint venture company to operate a college of the university?
Your Honor, my answer earlier was about the forming up of a joint venture between the city of Makati and two other entities. And I was referring to the power of the public corporation to enter into such contract. But as you mentioned that UMAC, University of Makati, is a part and parcel of the city of Makati for procurements that they are conducting, whether it's procurement of goods, works, and consulting services. And then in those situations, they will have to use RA 9184, Your Honor.
They will have to?
Use the law, the procurement law, Your Honor, RA 9184.
General rule.
The general rule, Your Honor.
Public bidding.
Public bidding, yes, Your Honor. But of course, that's subject, Your Honor, to, as I mentioned earlier, to what's the content of their joint venture agreement.
What would be an example of a joint venture agreement which would be an exception to the general rule?
Your Honor,
Where pinpointing your preferred partner is allowed.
Your Honor, that's the difference between a joint, basically, partnership between or amongst corporations in the Philippines is not allowed in that sense, Your Honor, because the Civil Code allows for partnerships amongst individuals, where there is trust and confidence. So the jurisprudence sort of created the concept of a joint venture amongst corporations where there is trust and confidence, Your Honor. So I was referring to that earlier. If that's the matter of the relationship was formed up, and then what the parameters of the relationship are put in that joint venture agreement, then that will be the law between the contracting partners, Your Honor.
One thing we realized from the answers to the questions is that Mr. Jacob, STI actually did not formally assign its 20% to Dr. Jack Arroyo, because when you formed the joint venture company, you already subscribed to 40, Dr. Jack Arroyo subscribed to 20.
Yes, Your Honor.
So even if you cite the Article 16 of your shareholders agreement, STI with the City of Makati, you violated that.
Well, the
assignability, Your Honor, is part of the granting of the 20% to Jack Arroyo in the Articles of Incorporation. So when we started the corporation, we had already asked Jack Arroyo to take up the 20%.
So how early was he in the negotiations? Why did you not make him a co-signatory or a signatory to the shareholders agreement?
He was not a signatory to the shareholders agreement, Your Honor.
Yeah, but if he was involved that early, why did you not involve him?
I think he was involved afterwards, Your Honor.
Okay, we need to ask Dr. Jack Arroyo the pertinent dates. And Professor Lopez, this is 2003, no? Could you have entered into the same shareholders agreement or joint venture agreement with another entity to achieve the same principal goal which you had of operating the College of Nursing? Did you have no other choice in the marketplace except SDI in that year, at that point in time?
Sir, if you, given the kind of due diligence that I thought I exercised in selecting a partner, I felt at that time, particularly because of the placement capability, SDI was the most ideal. But again, sir, I given my capability to do due diligence at that time, yun po ang,
so you selected. So that means there was more than one option.
Yeah, in fact, anyway, we submitted to the Blue Ribbon, sir, my position paper when I requested the council to approve. I gave several options of what we can do. It's included. No?
What document are you referring to, sir?
I will submit it, sir. It's the presentation of my proposal to the council that became the basis for
the city council,
the city
way back
council
in 2003.
Justifying.
Sige pa. Can you give us?
It was a very comprehensive paper, Mr. Senator, Mr. Chairman, that showed the process that went into the selection of SDI. Meron po siyang pag-iisip.
Senator Trillanes?
Well, Professor Lopez, sabi nyo due diligence.
In my part, sir.
Yes. Hindi ba ang due diligence would start first dun sa mga premier nursing schools? Hindi ba doon muna ang consideration mo instead of yung placement? Kasi mawawalang value yung placement capability kung very poor yung quality ng nursing education mo. Isa-shortchange mo yung mga future employers mo.
I did go around, Mr. Senator, and ask other partners who were in nursing and they were...
Sino po? At papatawag po natin. Sino po yung nakausap nyo in particular?
I don't remember na eh.
You don't remember. Papatawag ko kasi natin at ibabalidate natin yung sinasabi nyo.
Hindi ko na po maalala.
Hindi nyo na maalala.
2003.
Okay, ganun ho talaga. Pagka isang supot na paliwanag lang ang dala nyo rito, mauubos ho yan. Ganito ho. Itong kay Dr. Jack Arroyo, Mr. Chairman, can we also subpoena the BIR records of Dr. Jack Arroyo if corresponding taxes were paid in relation to the dividends given out by the PHEI. I so move, Mr. Chairman.